Hello and a very, very good evening. My name is Sean Ryan. You're, of course, watching the Planet Cruise TV show. It's my favourite show to present of the week, and I've got to say thank you to all of our loyal viewers who tune in every single Tuesday at 8. But also, I'd like to welcome brand new viewers as well. And I want to introduce you to a great friend of mine. He's travelled the world. He knows an awful lot about the cruise industry. He's actually quite handsome nowadays as well. It is Keith Maynard.
Since my facelift. Thanks, Sean, yeah.
Honestly, even my mum says you've got better with age, Keith.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
I can find mine. That's really kind. Well, say thank you to your mum.
I will do, because she's quite critical. But anyway, we've got a brilliant show. We are live, of course, this Tuesday evening, and this is all about fantastic red-hot deals. We've got 6 cruises tonight, haven't we?
We have 6 cruises. Twitter is already going crazy, so if you do want to get in touch with us, it's at B4Q if you're at Planet Cruise, and we'd love to hear your comments. And Nick Tavern has already said, looking forward to the show, he's got a glass of wine, don't be too hard on me.
Okay.
But yeah, we've got a wonderful chance to go with Norwegian Cruise Lines with a great drinks package attached. Yeah. Really, really great.
That's coming to an end in 2 days' time, isn't
it? It is, so you've got to get in quick. There's a great chance to go to Japan with Celebrity Cruises, 5-star American luxury. We've got a great Viking river cruise going down the Danube, or the Danube. I always get that bit wrong. And we've got a wonderful Costa kind of repositioning cruise that takes you through into the Red Sea and into Aqaba and Njord and amazing places.
Yeah, and a spectacular P&O deal.
And a wonderful guest from Azamara.
Yes,
yeah.
Richard from Azamara is going to be joining us, and honestly, the most incredible offer. Now, if you've never booked with Planet Cruise, there are so many great reasons to do so. Here's just a few of them, but I think the things that really stand out for me is their outstanding track record with customer service. That means a lot, doesn't it?
Absolutely. We've got currently a 96% customer feedback rating online. The other big thing about this is that you're not, when you ring up, you're going to speak to people who are experienced in the cruise industry. Everyone that's worked for us has either worked on ships or cruises regularly, and that's a big differentiation with other companies.
And actually, the best price is guaranteed. You know, we really want you to book with us. So, you know, if you've seen a great deal elsewhere, just ring us and we'll see what we can do. That's
true, because you'll see as we go through, we are the #1 seller for virtually all the brands that we sell. So you'll see little drop downs boasting of that fact.
Why not? Now, our first cruise is with Norwegian Cruise Lines. Now, this is the one where you will get a free drinks package no matter what cabin you book. That's really unusual. Normally, you've got to book the higher cabins, the balconies, and the suites, but you get a free drinks package. This offer finishes on the 13th of August, 2 days' time. But Norwegian Cruise Lines, I'm a big fan. I've cruised them several times. Let's give you a little taster. They're really nice, relaxed feeling with Norwegian Cruise Lines.
Yeah, well, it's freestyle cruising. That's what they're famous for, Sean. It's an American company. They've been around now for quite a few years, and they really are all about cruise being fun. Again, if your idea of cruising is that you have to dress up all the time, that it's very formal, and it's only for old people, then this will completely blow that out of the water, because this isn't. This is multi-generational cruising. Whether you are 3 years old or whether you are 103, there is something for you to do on board these ships. Loads of great dining options. You're looking here at around about 14 to 15 different dining options on board the ship, from pizza through to kind of lovely kind of classic steak. You know, you got your French cuisine, Italian style, along with Japanese.
And the food was really good when I was on board. Really
great selection. And again, people forget that's all included in the price. You've also got activities for everyone. So if you are travelling with your with the kids, they get looked after during the day. You can go and do your thing. There's great exercise classes, a fantastic spa. It really is a great opportunity for you to kick back and enjoy yourself.
And I've noticed quite a few of the passengers here with the glasses of wine and the drink. You get a free drinks package on this one.
This is it. Yeah. So remember that, you know, when you are out of these bars, when you are sailing away, you're going to be sailing away with drinks that you haven't paid for. Yeah. You know, drinks that you can just sit and enjoy. And in the evening, sit down with a drink, again complimentary. That is why you watch a fantastic show.
And we should say we don't want to sound like we're, you know, encouraging drinking and things like that, but even all your soft drinks are included.
Yeah, when we say drink, it doesn't have to be an alcoholic one. You know, we're talking about, you know, nice coffees and other things, you know.
Anyway, a cracking itinerary. Your flights, of course, are included. We fly from the UK to Barcelona, and then it's a 12-night cruise, isn't it?
It is. Really good value, this. And your first port of call is over to France. It's Toulon. Great place. I love Toulon. I used to always pop along there and have a crepe on the seafront, because there's lots of lovely creperies, and they do lots of great little flavours. There's also a little petit train which you can take, which takes you out to a local beach. There's a great farmers market which is full of the produce from Provence, because this is the gateway through to the Côte d'Azur, and also to Saint-Tropez, also through to Cassis. There's so much you can do. It's a great port. Right, then we're going through to your next port of call after Toulon. We're moving through to Well, the port is Livorno, and it's almost like a miniature version of Venice, but in a sense that it's a canal-based city, but it gives you a chance to go through to Florence and Pisa. The Renaissance masterpiece that is Florence, with the mighty Duomo you're going to see in a minute, and the Ponte Vecchio Bridge, which means Old Bridge. I learnt this from my sister, who's visiting recently, who lives in Italy. The Vecchio means old, so Old Bridge, the Ponte Vecchio, which where were jewellery sellers there, and that's, of course, one of the best views in the whole of Italy, the Duomo. Climb that, look out across the dome, across this wonderful Renaissance city. It's an incredible city. I spent a month there visiting my sister, and it was magical. You've also got Pisa, of course. You can go and see the Leaning Tower, have that classical photo taken, or head out into the wonderful local Tuscan countryside and see these medieval hill towns that look like they've been caught in a time warp.
I remember I did an excursion to Lucca, which was beautiful.
That's one of those towns. It's absolutely
really
beautiful.
Nice.
Yeah, and again,
really
you've got the ladies there in the classic kind of black lace as well, and really wonderful. Okay, then we're moving on again, this time through to Rome. I'm going to talk about Rome more in my next deal because it's featured again, so we'll move on from the Eternal City to your next chance. Going down to the south of Italy now, Naples. This is an incredible gateway city, not only to the Amalfi Coast, the wonderful lemon and orange blossom coast, but also to Pompeii and Herculaneum if you love your history, to Capri if you love the kind of jet-set lifestyle. But the city itself is incredible. It's the birthplace of pizza. It's UNESCO protected. It's one of the oldest continuously inhabited city centres in the world, and it's really beautiful. It's a great place to go shopping. You'll see it's quite difficult to get across the road because these kind of fiestas and Vespers weaving in and out of this real manic city. I love it, and it reputedly has the strongest coffee in the whole of Italy. That alone is a reason to go. Then we're going through to your next port of call, and that's now Mykonos. So we've gone all the way back round into the Aegean. This is a Greek island, and it's loved by millionaires and backpackers alike. Sean Ryan, of course, is a big fan.
I am. I think it's beautiful.
He's obviously on the millionaire side, and you've got these wonderful 16th century windmills that you see dot the island. You've got Chorla, the old town, which was built to confuse pirates, and you can wander down Little Venice, which of course featured in Shirley Valentine. You can go and see Patronus, the pelican, who's the island's mascot, and relax on amazing beaches. Then we're going through to your next port of call. This has probably the greatest sailing in the world. It's one of my top 3 ports, Istanbul. The sailing alone is spectacular because it's divided by the Bosphorus, which splits Asia to your right, Europe to your left. You've got the Hagia Sophia, the Church of Holy Wisdom, the first great Christian cathedral. You've got the Blue Mosque. You have the call to prayer echoing, the smell of incense in the air, maybe the flash of sequin from a belly dancer, the haggling in the Grand Bazaar. It's a beautiful, beautiful port. And I've not even talked about the Don Bacci Palace, the Roman baths. Oh, it's incredible.
You should be a poet, Keith. I tell you what, the passion in your voice there.
Oh, I love it.
It's
an amazing itinerary. It really, really is. And then we're moving on from Istanbul now. We're now going to another Turkish port, just down the coast slightly to Costa, and it's your chance to go to Ephesus, the lost city, which is one of the best preserved classical cities in the world. People like John the Baptist and the Virgin Mary and Alexander the Great used to live here. Great chance to go and see the Library of Celsus, or go to the land of genuine fake, Costa, and buy yourself a Bolex watch. And then we're going through to your next port of call. We're moving again down the coast, and this time we go to Athens, over in Greece, the capital, the mighty Acropolis standing there, and on top of it perched the Parthenon. It's been there for over 2,000 years. It's sun-bleached, and in the foothills around there, all the Monostraki street markets, all the haggling, the wonderful Greek salads, and a great place to shop as well. It's an amazing place. Go and see the changing of the guard as they do their high kicking wearing their skirts. It's a magical, magical city. And then, finally, a relaxing day at sea before you head back to Venice. So again, sailing into Venice, a sailing to Istanbul, and a sailing to Venice.
And you've actually got an overnight on board.
You do. A chance to enjoy this magical city. My sister lives there. I love this place. Whether you're going out on a gondola ride, whether you are exploring on a Vaporetto up the main canal, whether you're going to go and see St Mark's and the wonderful Campanile, you're going to go past that within touching distance as you cruise in. It's incredible.
I mean, honestly, when you look at all of those ports there and the length of this cruise, 12 nights, and the price, bear in mind you will get a free drinks package no matter what cabin you book. So even if you're going for the interior there, which are lovely, you will get the free drinks package. I honestly think it's one of the best deals we've ever had with Norwegian Cruise Lines. Let's just give you a little taste again of this fantastic ship. And if you have never cruised, I mean, these are floating magical resorts.
They really are. And again, look at the kids there. Imagine them getting involved in the back of the Buccaneers Wet and Wild pool. Imagining yourself there lying out on a lounger, soaking up the wonderful sunshine, or drinking your free drinks. You know.
I mean, and look at the atrium there.
Well, they're spectacular. They are floating palaces. They are destinations in themselves, and so much is included. It's a great value holiday.
We do expect the Funlands to be very busy for this. Now, I know I've mentioned it a few times, but I would hate you to miss out on this. That free all-inclusive drinks package when booking any stateroom tonight. does come to an end on the 13th of this month. That's Thursday this week. Return flights, they're based on Gatwick. We can always, generally speaking, find your flights from other airports if they are available. And please note that the itinerary operates in reverse on some of those alternative dates. And we have got a massive range of dates available. Here's the pricing grid, just to give you a little taste of that. So, fantastic there. You know, when you look, prices, even for the balconies, actually really good.
Yeah, Helen Grime.
Look at the August date. That's really good.
It's amazing. It really is really good price. Helen Grime here on Twitter saying, "What a great holiday." That's from her and her friend Elaine in Rochdale. My word.
And the free drinks, by the way, that includes spirits and cocktails, wine by the glass, bottled or draft beers, and fountain soda and juice. So that's throughout the bars, in the ship and the restaurants, of course. Right. Amazing, that one.
Really good.
Anyway, Keith.
Mira here on Twitter. We love your show. We pretend we're on one of the ships. Our cruise is in March to Barbados. Keefy, you're beefy. That's what it says.
See? It's turned into this amazing hunk.
I'm not sure about this. Well, no, I'm not sure about that. Well, thank you very much, Mira, for your comments, and we look forward to your cruise in Barbados. Barbados, eh?
Wow. Your cruise is in...
a week on Sunday.
A week on Sunday.
Not what I'm counting.
Well. Anyway, we've got another amazing offer now. This is from Costa Cruises, and it's an 18-night cruise, Rome, the Suez Canal, Dubai, all of this, 8, 9 nights. We've got a really good show tonight.
I'm laughing because I can't believe this. It's such an incredible price. Think where you go. This is Costa, of course. This is cruising Italian style. They're part of the Carnival fleet. You're talking about big, beautiful brass ships designed by Joe Farkas, who's Carnival's lead designer. This particular one, the theme, they all have a theme. The theme is ships, great ships of the past. Again, great spas, great exercise facilities if you want to go and get fit when you're on board. You know, my advice is always use the stairs because the food's always so good. You know, you want to try and keep burning those calories. You can imagine yourself sitting there in that hot tub, you know, with a cocktail as you head out of port, as you're reading a good book. I love cruising because I can just sit back and I can read and find a little space just to myself. They're magical ships. Again, you've got multiple dining options. You know, evening meals are grand affairs where you can sit there for 3 hours if you want, have course after course brought out to you. Great Italian and Mediterranean specialities with Costa, and of course the luxury and the class that you associate with anything that's Italian and branded, with, you know, with Valentino, with Gucci, with Ducati. Think about that and put that in a cruising context, and you come up with Costa Cruises.
Yeah, I'm looking there and you know, just thinking, you know, some obvious night, you'll book this cruise, you'll be on board for 80 nights in that fantastic environment. Great single price, by the way. It's on the screen there, $1,099.
Incredible.
But we're travelling a long way on this one. And what I love, it's in December and it gets hotter and hotter throughout the cruise. It does, Sean.
Very, very good. It gets hotter and hotter. That's a really important thing. So always good to go towards the heat rather than away from it. And your first port of call as you leave Nice there in France is through to Rome, the Eternal City. We know this, the land of Leonardo, Michelangelo, and of course the popes. It's a living museum full of gorgeous artwork, amazing architecture, and inspiring sights. You know, you can stroll the Roman Forum, you can go and see the mighty Colosseum, you can go and say hello to the Pope in the Vatican Palace, see the Sistine Chapel, magical. Always stand up when you're buying anything in the local restaurants, though, that if you sit down, they'll give you tourist price. Stand up, get local price. Then we go through to Sicily, the wonderful Italian island just off the boot. This is, of course, the land of the Godfathers. You can trace the footsteps of Marlon Brando and Robert De Niro and do a Godfather tour of the local villages. You can go up and see the wonderful Mount Etna, Europe's biggest active volcano. Huge contradiction, fiery and snowy, beautiful. Go to Taormina and see it framed in the old theatre there, or go and try some Sicilian olive oil ice cream. My brother-in-law's from Sicily, and he's a wonderful, wonderful man, and it's very traditional on Sicily. You know, imagine Italy 20, 30 years ago. It really is like stepping back in certain places. Then we're moving on now. So we're moving now from Messina. Great itinerary here because your next chance is to go to Crete, Heraklion. And again, this is your chance not only to explore the capital, which is vibrant, full of boutique shops, great views there from the harbour. You can chance to go over to Spinalonga, one of the last refuges of one of the last leper colonies, but also it's your chance in Crete for you to go through to the Arcadi Monastery. Absolutely stunning, featured up in the White Mountains, a long drive up these twisty roads. Okay, then we're going to move on. We're going to go through to Turkey now because it's Marmaris. This is situated in what I refer to as Turkey's fjord area. I spent 2 years cruising out of here. This is also their main beach area. So lots of great beaches, lots of great shops, really great chance to get, again, genuine fake produce at very low prices and haggle. And you can head out to see the Dayline tombs set into the mountains, pine forests all around you. It really is a gorgeous location.
Now we've got a couple of days at sea and the temperature's going to start rising here, aren't they?
Yeah, absolutely, because we've got gone through the Suez Canal, then we're going into the Red Sea. This is incredible, Sean. You know, that wonderful journey, one of the great waterways of the world. And then we're going through to Israel. This is your chance in Iliac. You've got up into the Gulf of Aqaba, a very famous area. And in Iliac, then you've got a chance to go through to Jerusalem, maybe through to Tel Aviv, through to Bethlehem, to go and trace all the stories that maybe you were brought up when you went to Bible, kind of Sunday school. You read the Bible like I was. My dad's a vicar, so part of the course. But it's an amazing place. And again, you can go to the Dead Sea if you want to.
Yeah, I'd love to do that.
Yeah, it's incredible, Sean. It really is. Cover yourself in the mud. It's very good for you. Not that you need it. But okay. Then we're going through to your next port, just literally over the water now, over the Gulf of Aqaba.
But again, you've got 3 days at sea, so you would be. Oh, so the Aqaba's first, isn't it?
Yeah, Aqaba's first. So you've gone over, so you've had an overnight in Israel, chance to do all those tours. Then you go over to Jordan, which is just opposite the water. It's literally, you could almost swim over. And here you can go through to a lost city, the Red Rose city of Petra. You can go through to see where Lawrence of Arabia made his names, out in the Wadi Rum. And you could again go through to the Dead Sea from here as well. It's an incredible port, and you can maybe smoke a shisha, the wonderful kind of molasses and flavours they have in that part of the world. And there's a huge flag. Get a photo of you and the huge flag. Anyone that's been there knows what I'm talking about. It's one of the biggest flags in the world. Then we're going through from Aqaba. I love always visiting Jordan. Then we go through and we visit your next part of port of call, which is after several relaxing days at sea through the Red Sea and out.
You'd just be tanning then, wouldn't you?
Tanning, absolutely. Loads of wildlife and dolphins and whales that you'll spot. Salaha is a massive fruit growing area. It's a subtropical city, and it's called the perfume capital of Arabia, and it's basically set aside an oasis, and there's loads of really good looking locals like that there. She had the hump when I took the photo, but she was a good looker. And then we go through, after a relaxing day at sea, again to Muscat in the Oman. In the ancient world, it was regarded on par with Rome. It was a favourite of the Queen of Sheba. And again, you've got the wonderful Mutra Kanish, the wonderful waterfront that you can stroll. You can go into the mountains that you can see framed behind you here, or explore the waters. And this is where Prince Charles likes to dive, in the waters around here.
Oh, really?
And then we're off to Dubai. This is great, a great chance for you to enjoy this amazing part of the world where nothing existed, 20, 30 years ago. Now it stands as this huge, in a sense, monument to what mankind can do in a very little time. You do have the old history. You can see the Dubai Museum there. You can go through and try the spices, see about the life of the nomadic Berber people. However, the great thing about Dubai is the world's only 7-star restaurant. The Sail restaurant that you see in the background there with the wonderful underwater restaurant. The Sail Hotel, sorry, the wonderful hotel. You've also got the tallest building in the world, the Burj Khalifa, which has these wonderful fountains that were built by the same people as the Bellagio fountains in Vegas. You can go out, you can do the horse racing, the sand surfing. It's brilliant for shopping. It is an incredible place to go and spend some time. And also the street food here is incredible. If I were you, I really would try the street food. There are some high-end shops, but go and try some of the wonderful Pakistani curries. Go try some of Satwa Road around there, and you can try Nahari beef. About £3 you can get in a hearty beef stew, and you'll never have tasted anything quite like it. It's even better than my mum's old stew.
And you are actually overnight on board in Dubai as well, so you get plenty of time there. And then finally, of course, you disembark in your flight. But I mean, when you look at how much of the world you've covered there, so heading towards the sun throughout December, I don't know about you, Keith, but I find the 2 weeks before Christmas really quite stressful in the UK. You can't find a parking space. The shops are a nightmare. You'll avoid it all, and you come up with a gorgeous tan and be all relaxed.
Absolutely.
$899 is that lead price. Again, we expect this one to sell very, very quickly tonight, and we have got a great single special. We always, when we can really get a good price on the show, we do highlight it, and this one starts from only $1,099.
Okay, 2 overnights, one in Dubai, one in India, and look at that, it's under £50 per person per night. I can't get my head around that.
It's amazing.
You don't pay that for a hotel in the UK these days, do you?
What would your flight back from Dubai cost as well? Anyway, we do need to move on, but remember, that number is free tonight, so as ever, 0800 840 1088, or you can look on our website as well. Now, we are very excited about the next cruise with P&O. I love the fjords. I've actually visited them twice now. This is, a brand new ship.
It is a brand new ship. I was there for the christening. Of course, christened by Her Majesty. It's a beautiful ship. It's got Richmond have designed all the interiors. It really moves smoothly, and you're going to see some great footage that we filmed.
So you'll be on board this stunning ship. Keith had the privilege just a few months ago. So let's take you on board with Keith.
Inspired by P&O Cruises' illustrious past, but designed very much for their fabulous future, this is the biggest cruise ship ever designed for the UK cruise market. Welcome to P&O's beautiful Britannia. One thing you will definitely notice on board Britannia is that there's an abundance of excellent deck space and oodles of sun loungers to help you worship. In fact, there are 4 main pools to choose from, including the adult-only Serenity Pool, a perfect place to escape to for some downtime while the kids are being looked after elsewhere. There's 13 different bars on board, 4 of which are out on deck, which means you can enjoy the sunshine or the stars as you sip your favourite tipple. The stylish new blue cocktail bar is the perfect place for a dirty martini, or there's Brody's. I love that place, and that's where P&O Cruises have introduced the biggest selection of British beers at sea, with over 70 to choose from, representing 56 different UK counties. The food is headed up by P&O Cruises' iconic food heroes. You can enjoy the taste of India with the Master of Spice Atal Kutcher's fabulous Sindhu restaurant, or savour mouth-watering gala dinner options and menus created by the godfather of UK cooking, Mr. Marco Pierre White. If you really want to spoil yourself, you can also book Eric Landlad's afternoon tea experience, or head to his Market Cafe. It's a French-style patisserie that features fine cheeses, antipasto, charcuterie, tapas and specialty breads. You can enjoy the live music, comedy, cabarets and game shows of the Live Lounge, or sit back for West End style shows in this fabulous new theatre, which features a stunning LED backdrop. Strictly fans also won't be disappointed with the elegant wooden floored Crystal Room. It's dedicated to dance and the perfect location to rumba the night away. P&O Cruises have really pushed the boat out when it comes to the accommodation. There's a sumptuous range of boutique offerings to choose from, including well thought out single cabins to these incredible suites designed by Richmond International that come with your own butler. And all the accommodation on board includes flat screen TVs, pamper packs from the White Company and bespoke artwork from British artists.
What a beautiful ship.
She is. She
Isn't
really
she?
is. And again, she kind of screams everything British, you know.
Yeah.
She's really, really lovely. And with the food heroes' involvement as well, it really is a cut above when it comes to the dining.
I mean, you know, what we were talking about this before the show. We cannot believe that such a beautiful new ship is available tonight at this price for the fjords next year. So be quick on this one as well. This is an itinerary I know very well.
Yes.
I've done it twice and loved it both times. But let's give you a little bit of an insight into life around the fjords from Southampton, of course, Keith, which does make it very easy, doesn't it?
Absolutely, very accessible. No worries about luggage. Easy to get down to again. And we always recommend maybe doing an overnight down there as well before you join. You've got a relaxing day at sea to familiarise yourself with that amazing ship. And then you arrive in Bergen, which is the gateway through to the fjords. There's the Old Fenwick Club, which I know you did.
I did. Right.
You know, which I always recommend people to do because it's a great way of not only seeing all the surrounding fjords and the wonderful town itself, but it's a great healthy way of hiking back down, getting some fresh Norwegian air. And then you can make your way around the old Hanseatic Wharf, these wonderful narrow wooden peaked roof buildings in various colours, and go to the fish market.
Yeah, we did that, yeah.
Yeah, see some whoppers, didn't we?
It's just fascinating.
It is fascinating. It's a fascinating part of the world. The other thing to do is go to Lake Nordås from here and see Edvard Grieg, who's one of the famous Norwegian composers, home.
But it's such a beautiful place, isn't it?
It's a very beautiful, it's a great opening port of call. Then we're going through to Aalesund, and this is a great chance to see Art Nouveau town. It was basically, there was a huge fire at the turn of the century, and it was rebuilt. And it's built in this wonderful fairy tale feel, full of twisted spires, and it's really gorgeous. And you can walk around, you can take the Petty train up to the top to Mount Axler for great views over the whole of the area. There's a great aquarium, the Sea Aquarium at Atlanta Sparkham, which I recommend going to do, which kind of moves into the water. I did that with my dad a couple of months back, and it was an incredible experience. Go and say hello to the cheeky penguins and many, many more. And you can also from here go through and do the Trollstigen Road, which leads out to the Trollwall, which is like a 4,000-foot vertical drop. And it's one of the most amazing roads in the whole of the world. Then we're going through from here through to Flom. Flom, which of course most people that watch the show regularly will know now stands for the little place between tall mountains. It's tucked in beautifully. Now, bearing in mind what you're looking at here does not do justice to the reality of being there and the sense of scale, which totally dwarfs you, doesn't it? Even your ship, as big as it is dwarfed by these mountains.
It really is just magical. You forget how wonderful Mother Nature is to create these fantastic fjords.
Exactly. And all we can do is create ways like this wonderful railway that you can see, one of the steepest railways in the world, which gives you a chance to climb up the mountain through tunnels, through hairpin bends, the Flom Railway, to see some of the heights, or go through the White Caves of Gudvangen. But it's an incredible, incredible port. And again, there's always something to see and do in the fjords because you're always sailing through scenery like this.
I just felt so well there, you know, just the air,
the fresh air, and
yeah,
the scenery.
No stress, and you know, you forget about your emails and everything. It's wonderful.
Very, very relaxing. And then Stavanger is your final port of call here, and this is a great chance for you to. I love the kind of harbour that is kind of based on Stavanger, where you dock. You can walk right way down. Again, it's a very pretty harbour. Lots of little restaurants you can sit. Got the oldest cathedral in the whole of Norway there, which has got a pretty duck pond by the side. I always go and give them a quick feed and say hello. But the great thing to do is cruise down the Fjord, and when you do, you'll see this place. This is Pulpit Rock, and it's absolutely incredible. It's magical, and there's also a Troll's Tongue, which is an easy access as well. As again, you want to be brave and sit on the edge there. Just don't slip.
I wasn't brave. I didn't do that, Keith.
I have, and it's an incredible thing to do. But it does give you a slight kind of heebie-jeebies at certain points. But it's an amazing place, and it's a great chance to get your trolls and your Norwegian jumpers, or get your Viking hat if you want to get some gifts as you head home, and just to show the amazing photos, the experiences that you'll have on the cruise.
Honestly, I cannot personally recommend the fjords. And if I'm actually going to visit them again next year, but the price tonight is exceptional. Bearing in mind, this is P&O and their latest ship, the Britannia. So, we've got lots of dates, and from my own experience, if you go in the earlier dates, then, you know, obviously it's a little bit chillier, but absolutely beautiful, really crisp weather. If you go for the later dates, July and August, you get a lot more sunlight, of course, and, you know, long, long days. But I guarantee you will love the fjords, whatever dates you choose. 549 is that lead price, which is exceptional. Just if you do live quite a way away from Southampton, our advice, we've got a very special relationship with the Meon Valley Marriott, and you can actually stay there for only £79 per person there, and you get all your parking free for the weekend. You get your port transfers as well, so really worth doing that if you've got a long way to travel. Great single special on this one tonight as well, starting from just £869. And remember, a deposit only. And we've got prices throughout April, May, June, July, and into August, of course, as well. So just share these with you, if I can. The inside starts at 549 there, but even the balcony, brilliant price at 719. If you can stretch the balcony, really worth doing so, because you've got the most spectacular views, and I'd hate to miss out on anything there as well. But we do expect that one to sell very, very quickly tonight. But we are joined by a brand new guest, a very important gentleman from Azamara. Nice to see you.
Hi,
well, you're the top guy there, aren't you?
I'm the MD in the UK, yeah.
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 Yeah, that's important.
Well, thank you for saying so.
But we're delighted to have you on the show.
It's great to be here. Thanks for having me.
With Azamara, I've heard so many fantastic things.
Good.
About your company.
Great. What have you heard?
Well, first, just the ships themselves. This is a boutique experience.
Correct. Yeah, we're a floating boutique hotel.
Yeah.
So 700 guests roughly per ship, and we're more inclusive. So we include all your drinks, all the house alcohol, all your coffees, all your bottled water, all your food, apart from in the specialty restaurants. It's a great way to go on holiday.
Are gratuities included?
Yes, they are. Yeah, wow. Brits don't like tipping, so we just do that as standard.
so nothing to worry about at all.
Not really.
And the most beautiful ships. Let's take on board. We'll get Richard to talk us through here.
Happily.
Wow. Well, first, nice start here.
Yeah. So. Wow, can't keep up. So that's the Savorsky concession that we have downstairs. We're a very understated cruise line. There's no formality on board at all. That's an example of a club veranda that's outside on the walking deck. But we have a very relaxed formality on board. There's no formality to it. Don't bring your DJs and your ball gowns. It won't be needed. We're really proud of what we offer food-wise on board. So we have the Windows Cafe as your buffet. We have two fantastic specialty restaurants in Aquilina and Prime C. That's Prime C on the screen now. It's a great way to, you don't have to think about anything. You're not having to sort of worry about, can I afford this or not, because the majority of it is included. You can gamble, but for us, we have one focus, and that's destination.
And some fantastic destinations. It starts off with a flight over to Miami, doesn't it?
Yes,
one of my favourite places, actually.
Oh, great.
Yeah, love Miami. So been there a couple of times.
It's a cruise on the 25th of March next year, 12 nights, temples, jungles and beaches. And so yes, you'll fly to Miami, and Miami's a great way to start a cruise. This price actually includes a night at the Hyatt Regency, which is a hotel I've stayed at a number of times myself. It's in the heart of Miami, in the heart of Biscayne. It's a short taxi ride to South Beach or Lincoln Boulevard, which my wife makes me go to every time because there's a Lululemon concession there.
I'm going to say
the yoga teacher. And then you sail from there to Playa del Carmen in Mexico. And that's the heart and the entry point into going to the Mayan ruins and going to Chichen Itza. So you can disembark there and actually do a land discovery program to take you to go and see Chichen Itza. And the ship will actually leave and sail around the coast to the next port in Mexico. And then it goes on to Belize. And the most amazing thing about Belize is it's a really hot destination right now for UK guests because it's a great combination of rainforests and beach. And if you really want to have a rainforest experience, Belize is a fantastic option to doing that. It then sails from there, and we take you to some amazing places in the Caribbean. So Charlotte Amal, the name's just escaped me in terms of...
St. Thomas.
That's St. Thomas, yeah. Sorry, that's Guatemala. So St. Thomas in Guatemala is the home of the conquistadors. There's a really famous castle on the top of the cliff there. And that was where the conquistadors stored all their gold.
Oh,
so
really?
some great tours to do there as well. Then you go to Falmouth in Jamaica, and in Jamaica on every cruise that we do we have something called an Azamazing evening.
And that again is included,
That's all included. That's a once in a lifetime cultural experience that money can't buy.
And I tried to find out what it would involve, but Richard said it's a big secret.
Oh well, I don't know about a secret, but basically what it is it's a night in the forest, in a village, with the Jamaicans, with that music swaying and the rum flowing, and we've got acts that fly in on zip wires, and it'll be a fantastic event. We do those in 70 countries around the world, so they're really, really special. It then goes from there to Labadee in Haiti, which is an island that actually the Royal Caribbean Corporation own.
So like a private island, I've been there, loads to do.
It's great.
Yeah,
it's
really
great.
special.
Zip wiring, or even if you just want to go and buy some West Caribbean kind of bracelets and
I bought some great artwork actually.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
Good,
really.
You have good taste, Sean.
Yeah, honestly, it's fantastic artwork. You know, just take some dollars with you.
And then you just sail back to Miami. And what a lovely way to spend 12 nights.
Wow. And it really will be this fantastic experience. When you have got an incredible reputation in the industry, this is an exclusive deal as well. And so you don't, there's nothing to worry about in terms of gratuities or drinks or anything like that.
Correct. All the house alcohol's included. So
and less guests. If you're worried about big huge ships and not for you, there's only up to 700 passengers.
Correct. It never feels busy because everyone's off the ship enjoying the destination. So the destination's the rock star with us. So it's about getting out there and seeing what Jamaica has to offer or what Cozumel has to offer in Mexico.
And I love the title, Temples, Jungles and Beaches.
Yeah, it's quite attractive, isn't it?
Yeah, with the Miami stay. And all we ask tonight, if you're tempted, just give us a call. We've got cruise experts that will talk you through the whole experience. And we have got a second deal we're going to tell you about in a second as well, you'll be pleased to know. But here's a quick overview of everything that you've got with, of course, Azamara. Now, that price is great, but I do want to mention that you've got a club veranda for just £400 more, which is really good.
If you're going to go all the way to the Caribbean and see all those amazing destinations, I would always say pay the little bit extra and have the veranda view. For an extra £400, it's going to enhance your holiday hugely.
I agree. So definitely go for that if you can. All your return flights are based on London Heathrow, but we have, of course, got other flights over from other airports. Just ask us about those. And you are getting that one-night stay in that wonderful 4-star hotel in Miami as well. And that Azamazing evening, which I know will be very special.
Yeah, it will be. It will be.
Now, we've also got another great offer that you wanted to share with us tonight.
Yeah, it's a last-minute offer that Planet Cruise have got absolutely exclusively. It's going on the 11th of October for 8 nights, and we've called it Classic Mediterranean. So from £1,699, sail out of Nice, go to Florence, go to Rome, go to Sicily, go and see Crete, go and see Santorini and end up in Athens. So, the end of summer, start of autumn, just that last burst of sun, all inclusive with Azamara. That's a great price.
And what was the date again?
11th of October.
So just again, ask the call centre. I've heard about the deal on the 11th of October, and we will give you all the details as well. But just for anyone that's because it's the first time you've featured on the show, the first time you've been on the show. For anyone that's maybe you've already done your 4-star cruises and you've done the big main ships. just remind us what makes Azamara so special.
Well, we're a floating boutique hotel, which is more inclusive. So there's no formality. So if you've never cruised before, it's a really lovely entry point.
So no set dining times or anything like that? No?
Totally relaxed. We're like a little boutique country club. Yeah. As I say, you know, what you're wearing now would be as smart as you'd need to be the whole cruise. So you can really relax and enjoy the destination.
And the fact is, so much is included, your drinks, your gratuities.
Correct. And because we're small, we can get to those ports the big ships just can't get into.
I imagine it being a lovely, intimate experience. I bet you make lots of nice new friends there as well. I know you've got lots of staff looking after you.
2-to-1 ratio.
Is it really?
It is, yeah. And also, over 50% of the guests that sail with us repeat. So they come to us for the destination and they fall in love with the service, which, by the way, we purposefully undersell, and they just keep coming back and back and back.
I tell you, I'm really tempted myself. I am.
Great.
You know, yeah,
get it booked.
I am. They just don't give me enough holiday allowance here, you know. It's terrible. But no, seriously, I think I'm definitely looking for next year.
Great.
Definitely.
Good.
Thank you so much.
Not at all. My pleasure.
Yeah. Nice to work with a professional, but Keith will be back in a second. But seriously, it's really, really
Thanks,
enjoyable.
Sean, I really enjoyed it.
Right. If you want to get interactive, by the way, I should never say anything bad about Keith, because I know you'll be tweeting saying, leave him alone. But you can tweet us, #PlanetCruise Live at Planet Cruise. You can search Planet Cruise on Facebook, of course. You can also subscribe to us on YouTube with some great online video footage there, and email us hello@planetcruise.co.uk. So we love you to be interactive. Now our lovely Keith is back. I was only joking, you are a true professional.
Back
Keith.
to the amateurs. Sorry, Sean. What can I say?
Okay, let's just get that in. What have we got next, Keith?
Well, next up, we've got a fantastic chance to go on a Viking river cruise.
Yeah, and again, we've got such a great price on this. These are selling very quickly, by the way. We're looking at dates in 2016, and even they're selling out, because again, passenger-wise, it's about 100 and...
Oh, just under 200 passengers on board.
So about 100, 890.
So it sells really, really, really quickly. And of course, it's a great chance with a river cruise. There's always something to see, because you're going through people's back gardens, right into the heart of these destinations, seeing some stunning parts of the world.
Let's have a look, shall we? So this gives you a little taste of, with Viking, of course.
Yeah, with Viking, who were recently voted the best river cruise line for the 5th year in the row.
5 years running.
Voted by the public at the prestigious British Travel Awards. So that's quite incredible. And it's all about the Viking experience. It's a very luxurious 5-star environment where, you know, you've got a very high number of crew compared with the number of people on board. So you really do get very personal attention. You see all the way down the ship here, you see very big, huge windows, so lots of light sweeping in, always beautiful views, and that continues into your cabins as well.
So
we have these wonderful river
I'm right in saying every room has a view?
That's right, every room has a view. Again, like you see the lady there, and again, when you're eating outside, whether it's al fresco in the restaurant inside, you're surrounded by these wonderful, peaceful views. Another great thing about river cruising as well is it's not tidal in the same way, you know. So, you know, if you do suffer, you know, with any kind of movement of the, you know, with the ocean,
or if you're worried about that,
then you won't get that with a river cruise. Floor to ceiling windows. They also match the dining around where you're cruising to, which is incredible. So you get local specialities. You get all your tours included with these Vikings. You know, so a lot of every day virtually there's a walking tour, a special tour organised that's included in the price. It's incredible.
And so much more as well. I know your Wi-Fi's included.
Is
it drinks with meals as well?
Drinks with meals. There's onboard multimedia talks. There are presentations by the programme director. He'll give you personal information on what to do in ports if you ask him or her. It's incredible. I've got about 5 friends that work as programme directors for Viking.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and they absolutely love it. They really do, and they really rave about the product.
I'd like to take my mum on a river cruise, actually, because sometimes the big ship's a bit much for her now, but I think this would be perfect.
Much more intimate, very, very personal, you know, really, really high class.
And just to give you a little taste of the places you're going to be visiting on this one as well, it's a gorgeous trip, isn't it?
It's a great Danube, and a great opportunity for you to go right into the heart of this amazing river. So you're going to visit Germany and Austria. You're going to go right into the heart. You see some of this amazing, almost medieval in times architecture. Things that make me think of the stories of Hansel and Gretel, and you know, kind of storybook architecture. And then you're also going to go out and go past some of the vineyards. You're going to go through an amazing lock system. That's 16 different locks that raises the ship up over 1,400 foot. All of that is included, of course.
Wow.
Look at that, stretches.
By the way, we've already sold out of one date on this. The 3rd of December sold out. The lead date is the 17th of December, but obviously limited availability as well. Anyway, Keith, I think we need a bit more information.
Yeah,
about these
absolutely.
ports.
So you're flying from the UK through to Budapest. the wonderful two cities joined into one, and then you're going to have an overnight on board, but you'll get to the ship. Budapest is the capital of Hungary, of course. That first afternoon, should you arrive in time, which you normally always do, you'll get a chance to go out on a free walking tour to the famous cupboard market. And then you come back, you have a traditional Hungarian dinner on board, a welcome dinner, and then that second day, because you've had an overnight, again you get to explore Budapest. In the morning you get a panoramic tour of the Pest side of the city, journey along on Jurassic Avenue, see the 19th and 20th century mansions, see the wonderful Parliament building, see the Budapest Castle at sunset like you're seeing it there, and incredible. Then you can walk up the hill to the Fisherman's Bastion, enjoy the amazing views, and then you rejoin your ship, you go to Vistagrad for lunch, and then you cruise along the Danube River.
Just thinking, you could have got some great Christmas shopping there, couldn't you?
You really could.
Yeah,
you really do. And then you can enjoy the afternoon in a Viennese coffee shop having an apple strudel.
Oh,
apple strudel.
Sounds
Love
good.
it. Okay,
sounds good.
Then we're going through to Vienna in Austria. This is incredible. This is a great chance for you to ride along the Ringerstrasse, which replaced the old city walls in about the 19th century. City's full of great Baroque architecture. You're seeing some great examples of there now. You've got the world-famous Opera House, you've got St. Stephen's Cathedral, the Hofburg Palace. It's absolutely incredible. And you can return to the ship for lunch after that tour, and then the rest of the day is yours to explore. And again, the programme director will give you advice on what to see and draw you out maps of where to go. You can get all the information on board to really help you enjoy yourself. And then the next port of call the next day is Krems, again in Austria. It's a small Austrian town just down the river. It's located in what they call the Wachau Valley. It's a UNESCO World Heritage Site full of terraced vineyards. You're getting an idea of some of them now. Really, really beautiful. You've also got a chance to go through these beautiful wine bars and coffee houses that litter this part of the world, and enjoy what's known as the most iconic area really is Steiner Tor, which is this massive city gate that remains as part of the old city walls. It's really, really beautiful, but you're seeing there a picture of the castle, but full of vineyarded areas. Then we're going through to Passau in Germany, and this is a confluence of the rivers between the Inn, the Ilz and the Danube. You have a guided walking tour again of the town's narrow streets, through the old town, through its traditional houses. You see the new bishop's residence. You also get a chance to go through to St. Stephen's Cathedral to see a 17,000 strong pipe organ. It's Europe's largest church organ. Come back to the ship for lunch. Again, it's all included, and then you can explore again in your own in the afternoon. Then back on board before you then cruise back down the Danube River, and your next port of call this time, as you can see, is Regensburg. Regensburg is a great opportunity now for you to again explore a really rare part of Germany that you could never see on a river cruise, and this is an amazing chance for you to see one of Europe's best preserved medieval cities, huge groupings of 13th and 14th century church spires and towers and beautiful houses, and this is just north of the Alps, so great scenery in the background to see as well. And then after you've done that, you then get back on board and you then cruise down this series of locks that stretch about 106 miles from Bamberg through to Cahim, and basically it's 16 locks, and they raise the water level 1,332 foot, and it joins basically the North Sea through to the Black Sea. It's an incredible engineering.
Yeah, I bet that's fascinating.
Yeah, you do it quite early in the morning, so you have to be up, but it's a well worth thing to get your camera out for. And then finally you arrive in Nuremberg, Bavaria's second largest city, and there you can do a tour of the Zeppelin field, the former Nazi parade grounds, the Palace of Justice, which of course where all the Nuremberg trials were. You can do a World War II tour, seeing all the different museums, see the old town, the ancient walls. It's incredible. And again, then you come back on board, and again, always traditional meals served to you in the evening, reflecting the areas that you're actually cruising in, and the produce has been brought on board that day as well.
So really fresh.
So really fresh.
Yeah. And beautiful ships. Just give an idea here. Multi-award winning, as you're saying.
Absolutely. And then they have like hands-on demonstrations and cooking classes on board, traditional dance performances from local troops coming on board and entertaining you as well, along with a very light kind of, nice music in the evening. It's a wonderful environment to relax and enjoy.
Right, this lead price for the 17th December, it will go, just to warn you. It's only $889. You've got free Wi-Fi, complimentary wine, beer and soft drinks with all of your meals on board as well. We've got flights, and this is quite unusual as well, flights from 5 UK airports with no supplements. So again, just call us for details of those. If your airport isn't included those, we've got regional flights from most UK airports rather, from only £49 per person, and you've got those overnights on board as well. Just to show the prices, we say we are looking at 2016 dates here. We've already got some sellouts there. The lead date is for December, and to get a price of $889 for that Riverview is exceptional. Really is, isn't it?
Really, really good pricing, Sean, because again, you know, Viking aren't a company that do many discounts.
No.
You know, this is a great chance for you to come in at a high-end company.
But you are saving up to £1,000 off the brochure price there. And just talk us through some of the highlights.
So saying 6 guided tours are getting included, you know, including 5 UNESCO World Heritage Sites. Budapest Historic Centre, Vienna's Historic Centre, the Gothenburg Abbey, the Wachau Valley with all the vineyards, Regenberg's Old Town, that medieval 13th and 14th century masterpiece, the welcome cocktail dinner and the farewell. And again, remember, all those house wines, beers and soft drinks with dinner
all included
on board, which is great.
Just amazing value for such a wonderful experience.
Look at that, learn how to make your own apple strudel.
I know.
I love it. I mean, and again, the programme director gives you amazing talks telling you how to get the best of the places you're going to. It's really interactive, it's really personal.
Well, you are saving, say, £1,000 off the brochure price on this one, off the original price there. And if you'd like to book tonight, 0800 840 1088, or you can go onto our website as well. But it is a free phone number. The phone line's open tonight until 10:30, aren't they, Keith?
That's right.
Yes, and first thing tomorrow morning at 8 as well. Right, we have one final cruise for you. It's a biggie. Now, Keith, you're going to be cruising with Celebrity in how many days' time now? How many hours? How many minutes?
It's not that bad, is it? I think it's, oh my word, I think it's 11 days and about 5 hours.
Yeah,
and
a few minutes.
15 minutes.
There you go.
Not that I'm counting.
But we're both big fans of Celebrity, and this is a trip of a lifetime. And some very unusual ports on this one. It's Korea and, say, our China cruise here. And, of course, Japan as well. Wow.
Yeah, so this is incredible because your chances, first of all, to go out to Tokyo, and you've got a 2-night stay in a 4-star hotel. Once this tiny fishing village, Sean, now it's the largest metropolitan area in the world. It's a true glimpse of the future. The city's framed by the snow-covered slopes of Mount Fuji, and you can take a 190-mile-an-hour bullet train to visit it if you want to, but you get a chance later on the cruise also to do so. It's a chance to go and see the beautiful temples, to go and see the amazing architecture, to go and see the live tuna auction at Tatsuki, to try some local sake, which is very strong, and again, to see the amazing, just the sense of, as you walk in, look, this is the amazing crossroads here where people go with it. It's almost like ants, you know, kind of in a palace. Everyone just moves, and somehow it works. I don't know quite how. You'd never get it in the UK. And of course, a chance to go and see sumo, but we'll give you more of a chance to see that later on when you get a chance to go through to Kobe and Kyoto. But
it's
also,
so nice that you do get the 2 nights there in the 4-star hotel.
You do, and I recommend going to Denkige, which is Electric Town, if you can. Try some sushi. I live on sushi, I really do. Okay, then we're getting on board the ship, Celebrity Millennium, and you've got a great cruise now, really in-depth cruise around Japan. You've got another day in Tokyo, great chance to explore it, before we then go through to Shimizu. This is basically your port, your chance to go and explore Mount Fuji. It's a short distance, and this is the nation's prime green tea growing region. Half of the tea that they export comes from here, and it's a chance to see this mountainous area full of rivers and serene lakes. Then we're going to move through, after you've done that and you've explored Mount Fuji, the highest mountain in Japan, nearly 13,000 foot high, Sean. It's incredible. You're then going through to Kobe, and it's Kyoto. Sorry. This is an incredible chance for you to overnight here. So we've now moved through to Kobe. We've moved on. So the next port. Okay, so Kobe we've moved to. And we're there. There we go. Okay, so this is a great chance now.
A lot faster, by the way.
Ancient capital, the ancient capital of Japan. This is the Japan of my imagination. It's ruled by the shogun and the samurai. It's full of narrow lanes paved in stone and lined with wooden buildings that lead to cherry orchards and hide these dinky temples and these wonderful little bonsai gardens. It's incredible. You can go and see a traditional sumo stable here and see them wrestling. Then from here, from your overnight, you can then go through to Kochi. I'm sure we all have heard of that. And it sits on this wonderful plain facing what they call Aradu Bay. And it's famed because of the great feudal history, the great castle that sits in its very heart. And then southwest, you've got the wonderful Aki Mountains, which you can go and explore, which give a kind of subtropical landscape full of these hibiscus, palm and ficus trees, which is a wonderful national park.
I just think some of these ports in the 8 years that we've presented the showcase, we haven't seen, have we?
No, we haven't. This is very rare. Some of these are very rare. Then we're going to go through to Kagoshima. That's your next port of call. And again, first time I've known this is featured on it. We're featured on the show. It's their version. It's linked very much with Naples, which is funny, like twinned with Naples. It's the southernmost city on the bullet train network, and it's got a massive mountain similar to Naples, and it's called Sakurama, and it's there that you can go and enjoy the wonderful views. You can go to this amazing aquarium. You can see the great Senganin Japanese gardens. Beautiful, beautiful port of call. Then we're going through to Nagasaki. Nagasaki, of course, is your opportunity to go and not only see the setting for Puccini's opera Madame Butterfly, but also to see Japan's original window on the world, the window to the west. This is where it all really started. And it's here, of course, sadly, where you have the monument to peace, because one of the atomic bombs exploded here. I recommend going to do that. It's an incredible, incredible, sobering experience. Then we're going to go through to Jeju Island. This is South Korea, and it's lying off the coast of Korea. I've had a very rare chance to see the warmest, but also the wettest place in the entire country. It's very beautiful. It's full of blooms, full of flowers. You'd love it, Sean, because it's known as an island of flowers. It's a popular vacation spot for Koreans and Japanese, and it's in fact one of the top spots for newlyweds. So you'll see a lot of them, romantic. So again, a lovely chance to go and get some romance and go hiking some of Korea's highest mountains.
We might see you then married one day.
You might see me out there, yes, you never know. Then we're going to go through to, the port is Incheon, but it's a chance to go through to Seoul, the world's 10th largest city. Past and present merging in this amazing metropolis full of soaring skyscrapers, guarding these ancient palaces, these gardens, these shrines. You can see that the wonderful Great South Gate and its fab market. You can see the Gingbuk Palace and a fantastic array of exotic winged roof buildings that you're seeing here. And you can enjoy the serene gardens that just move out from there, date back over 600 years. It's quite beautiful. And you can look at the third infiltration tunnel, the demilitarised zone there that kind of guards the area between South and North Korea, which again is very interesting. A relaxing day at sea, and then you're going to Shanghai. Incredible. You're getting off board, you're getting off the ship now. You've got 2 nights stay in a 4-star hotel. It's another one of East Asia's big hitters. It's known as the City on the Sea, home to more than 23 million people, many of whom you'll see practicing Tai Chi in the early morning. The big thing is Yingyang Gardens. They're basically these beautiful shaded gardens full of bonsai tree and past these little ponds full of carp, brightly coloured carp. Go and try some of the local dim sum. You'll see the locals queuing up for it, the wonderful Chinese dumplings. It's a great thing to do.
And we do get a tour included here as well, don't we?
You do. You get a chance to go to that place, the Shangyong Garden, yeah? And you also get a chance to tour the Bund, which is the huge European stretch with these wonderful mansions, European-style mansions that line the riverbank. It's quite incredible.
So, a great, great trip. And you will be cruising in style and luxury with, of course, Celebrity. Now, this is 5-star modern luxury. So I'll be cruising with Celebrity myself in November, and I love everything they stand for. From the dining, the bars, the entertainment, they've really got it right, haven't they?
They do. They really do have it right. And again, this is as you rightly said, 5-star. It's modern luxury. The whole idea here is that the cruising is a much more modern experience, a much more contemporary experience. The ships allow a lot more lighting. They have that modern edge to them. Great variety of dining. Blue there is a restaurant which is dedicated to aqua class, which is all about healthy eating. They have such a great selection of restaurants on board, though, from the quirkiness of restaurants where you order off an iPad through to the more traditional Italian rustic. Then you have the wonderful gelateria, where you can get your Italian-style ice cream. Of course, they all have the martini bar, which is normally the centre of the ship.
I love that one.
Really good fun. Go and see the martinis being mixed for you. Go and see, chat to the bartenders. You will make friends on a cruise. That's the great thing. You'll make friends with the crew and with other people, because it's such a social experience.
And again, Celebrity just win numerous awards on a regular basis, don't they?
They really, really do, Sean. And they're the only cruise line as well that have a partnership with Apple. So you can go on there and you can get, you saw the iLounge there, you can get Apple products at basically duty-free prices and in American dollars.
Yeah. I'm gonna buy a new computer.
I'm waiting to get the new MacBook when I go
on
board.
Same here. Yeah, obviously because you save so much money.
No.
Anyway, here's a reminder of first of all, the price that we've got, and it is a brilliant price. Look, you know, when you look at the ports of call there, your return flights, of course, as ever, are included, and your transfers. We have got flights available from most UK airports. They're based on London, of course, and we have got the extra 2-night stay there in the 4-star hotels in Tokyo and Shanghai there. And your half-day tour, of course, is included in the price. Now, ask our cruise consultants about the different classes of staterooms, but something like concierge, for example, you'd get so much extra. Now, what a show. I think we've had something for everyone tonight, haven't we? But here's a quick reminder of the 6 deals that we've seen. We started off with a brilliant offer now, very important. The all-inclusive drinks package, which is available with any booking, does finish on Thursday, the 13th of August, $779. But if you want that free drinks package, which could save you so much money, you do need to book that in the next couple of days, of course. $779, amazing value, and that's a 12-night Grand Mediterranean cruise from Barcelona there. $779, I think that was an outstanding value. We then moved on to Costa Cruises, and this is on board the Costa Fortuna. It's an 80-night Rome, Suez Canal and Dubai cruise from Savona there. Single special on that, again, is only £1,099 per person there. And what I love about this cruise, it just gets hotter and hotter as the cruise progresses. Then, of course, an amazing deal on a ship that was only launched earlier this year. They're very famous now, Britannia with P&O. I love the fjords, cruised around them twice now, 7-night cruise there, $549 is the price, and a great single special, $869. Again, we do expect that one to go very quickly. We're then joined by Richard from Azamara Club Cruises. Wow, that wonderful boutique cruise experience there. Smaller ships, less passengers, more space there, $1,899. And we are going to include that extra night in a 4-star hotel in Miami and that as amazing evening in Jamaica. Then, of course, our river cruise tonight, featuring Viking, again winning so many awards. A 7-night romantic Danube river cruise there from Budapest, and we have a price $889. So much is included there: free Wi-Fi, complimentary wine, beer and soft drinks, flights from 5 UK airports, all of that included tonight. And then finally, we saw the Celebrity Millennium here, 70-night Japan, Korea and China cruise with stays, and that lead date there, that date I should say, is the 15th of September, and a deposit only tonight. Now, it's a free phone number, of course, or you can look at all of the deals on our website, planetcruise.co.uk. Keith, I know you've been inundated with tweets tonight.
I have, yeah. So Jonathan Bradley as well was watching us with a nice glass of wine, saying he loves the show. Good. So hello to you, Jonathan. But we've got some lovely ones. I apologise to Myra, who I pronounced her name wrong. I pronounced it Mira, so apologies to you. And we've got Helen Grime saying how much she's enjoying the show. Producer Paolo watching the show tonight for the first time. Nice to see you, Producer Paolo. Sharon Veal has just introduced our show to Tina and Bill, watching for the first time, and they're loving it.
Oh, hello, Tina and Bill.
Nell as well, saying some incredible places and cruises on tonight's show. Thank you, Nell. And we have Danielle Burton, N.A. Burton, and many other people, including Dave Mills, getting in touch, who loved my apple strudel tip. However, we've got a great photo. Now, I bumped into a big fan of the show who wanted to say hello to you, and this is at my local Sainsbury's, would you believe it, in Whitstable. And this is the wonderful Barry and his wife Aileen Beavis from Kent. You know, it was lovely to bump into them and have a chat, but they watch the show regularly. They always book with Planet Cruise as well, and they always say what great value it is.
Yeah, we get lovely feedback every week, and we're very privileged to present the show. So, Keith, I'll see you next Tuesday.
Yeah, so I'm still doing tweets. And Andrea Pritchard as well, saying loving
hello,
the
Andrea.
show.
Get booking your cruise. You will love it. We'll see Keith next week. Loads